How much money does it cost to cam swap your 5.2 or 5.9 Magnum and get rid of this factory trash cam? So if you guys are interested in swapping out this trash factory cam to a big lumpy dumpy camshaft, we're going to go over every part that you need and the costs on doing a cam swap on either a 5.2 or 5.9 Magnum. So sitting to the left of me, we have a 5.9 Magnum that we built a while ago on the channel, and behind me we have a 5.2 Magnum that we have twin turboed and put a big lumpy dumpy cam in it.
Wait, but Eric, so if this is a 5.9 and that's a 5.2, wouldn't they have different camshafts?
Actually, no. You guys can swap 5.2 and 5.9 camshafts all you want. They're actually the same exact cylinder heads. The only difference is actually the short block, talking about the bores and the strokes between the motors. Everything else, valve train, is pretty interchangeable. So the first thing we're going to talk about, of course, is the camshaft that we swapped into our 5.2 Magnum, coming in at $357. This cam we got from Hughes Performance. So we did a cam swap. So the next thing that we need to do with our cam swap, since this motor had 200,000 miles on it, JT, what did we replace on top of that cam?
Well, we need new lifters there because those lifters were worn down pretty far from that 200,000 mile run. So we got 16 new lifters for $11.99 a piece.
That is sealed power lifters. We got them off of summitracing.com. And what JT said, $11.99 a piece times 16 because we have 16 lifters on our V8. So then after we got our cam in, we got our lifters in, we had to put a timing chain on. We actually got a 7-way adjustable timing cam from Hughes Performance for $159. We could advance or retard the cam if we wanted to, either 2, 4, or 6 degrees total of cam advance or retarding, JT.
That's a lot.
If you guys want to know what cam advance or retarding actually means, I'll post the video right here where we kind of went more in depth about how to install cam and how to advance or retard your cam.
Whenever you take an engine apart, you do need a gasket kit because all these gaskets are not reusable. So we got a gasket kit from Engine Tech for $59.79, and it came with every gasket except for...
We had to get some aftermarket head gaskets because we didn't feel like the stock ones were going to kick it when we put boost on it. So we went with some Cometic MLS head gaskets that are compression thickness of 27 thousandths, which actually upped our compression ratio on our engine to about 9.5 to 1 compression ratio. Those coming in at $80.54 times 2.
And wait, why do we need those gaskets?
Because boost, baby, boost!
Since we have so much boost in our cammed engine here, we needed something to hold those heads down really nicely. So we got some ARP head studs off of Amazon for $190.99.
That's just to keep more clamp load on the heads so we don't blow out those MLS gaskets. So if you guys notice, we're wearing some Racingramfam shirts. Check out this short video clip of this new tee that we got out.
Roll the clip! Eric, what's this?
JT, that's a push rod. It rides on top of the lifter and it pushes on the rocker arm, which pushes on the valve spring. We got a new set of them because our motor had 200,000 miles on them and it had a couple thousands off the push rods because they were old and worn. So we got a new set for $6.99 a piece from Mopar Performance, so that's times 16. We got them from our local dealership. You can also get them online at pretty much a lot of websites. So we put a big nasty cam in our 5.2. It has a ton more lift and duration than the factory cam ever did. So we had to upgrade something on our cylinder heads to handle that amount of lift. And JT, what was that?
That was our valve springs, Eric. We had to upgrade to Mopar Performance valve springs that could handle up to 600 thousandths lift. We got those for $20.49 each. While we were in there replacing the cam, we decided that we needed some new heads as well. So we decided to go on eBay and order some remanufactured 5.2 or 5.9 heads for $470.
That's for both of them. That's a pretty good deal. Or since you have the heads off, you can bring them over to your local machine shop and they probably can fix them up for a little bit less money. We just had these heads sitting in the back of the shop, like a lot of these parts at the end you'll find out that we have sitting around. So that's why we ended up using those reman heads instead of giving our heads to the local machine shop. Plus, JT snapped a lot of bolts off in our head.
I don't want to talk about it.
These 5.9s and these 5.2s are plagued with an issue that about all of them have, and that is the plenum gasket. They love to blow out. The plenum gasket is located underneath the intake manifold. It separates the crankcase from the intake manifold. They use it while casting the intake. It's a terrible design, and they're known for failure. So what we did was actually weld an aluminum plate on there that cost us about 10 bucks. I mean, we had the aluminum laying around, so you could probably bring your intake manifold down to a local welder, or you can get some upgraded kits like Hugh sells and a bunch of other companies so that plenum gasket doesn't blow out. We just wanted a sure way that it wouldn't blow out because we are twin turboing and we are running all the boost that this little 5.2 can handle.
So since we're in here and we want to make more power, we decided to upgrade the thermostat too. We got a 160-degree Gates thermostat off of Amazon for $5.
That's pretty good for price to power wise, since we'll gain some more power with these colder engine temps. So for the bling factor, we wanted to get rid of these trashy old valve covers. So we upgraded with some Mopar Performance aluminum valve covers that we got from Jags for $259.95 because it just makes our engine look so much more classy, doesn't it, JT?
It's so pretty.
So we talked about this in our last video where we went over how much money does it cost to twin turbo your Dodge Ram 1500, which will be right here if you guys want to check that out. And since we put in this big lumpy dumpy cam in this motor, we are going to be able to take more air, more fuel, and make more power. So we have to tell the engine to take more air and more fuel. So JT, what did we use to tell it to do that?
We used an SCT 3200 tuner, which cost us $370.
If you guys were trying to tune it yourself, there is a tuning package from SCT that costs $300. Or if you're like me that already owns that package, it was just $100 to get another VIN added to my tuning package. And that's literally going to change the parameters in your PCM so the motor runs better. So you can hire someone to do that, or you can do what a lot of guys do and just go to a carb intake and go old school on our 5.9 or 5.2. So if you guys were going to do everything that we did to our little 5.2 back here, everything motor-wise, including camshaft, lifters, push rods, valve springs, timing chains, gaskets, thermostats, intake plenum gaskets, tuners, fancy valve covers, ARP head studs, head gaskets, and of course our beautiful Mopar Performance valve covers, it would totally cost you, JT, what kind of money?
$3,005.
But we had a lot of this stuff laying around the shop. I've owned it for a while since we built this 5.9 a while ago. A lot of the parts were supposed to go in this engine, and then they ended up going into our old pile of a 5.2 back here. And it only cost us $636 to do our cam swap because we had all those parts laying around.
So if you guys like this video and you want us to do another one like that, we can do another video on how much it costs to turbo Eric's SRT10 truck, making about 1,000 horsepower.
So comment down below and let us know if that's something that interests you guys to go over the full turbo build on SRT10, because I'll tell you guys right now, it is completely different than the video we made about the twin turbos on this. This is cheap compared to my SRT10.
Oh yeah.
Way cheap.
Way cheap.
If you want to pick up a Racingramfam T-shirt just like the ones me and JT are wearing, which are a limited supply, we only bought so many of them, so they're going to last as many as I have. Shoot me an email at keepitboosted@racingramfam.com of what size t-shirt that you are wanting to buy. But as always guys, keep it boosted, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace!